Hi, I'm Tina Ann Middleton, author of the Forestville series. I'd like to welcome you today to the Writing Journey, where we inspire and encourage each other in the craft of writing. Today I'll be talking about one of my favorite authors, Grace Livingston Hill. We'll be right back. Several months ago, I did a short series on some of my favorite authors. And I enjoyed that. I love talking about these authors, so I decided I'm going to do it again, because I have several that I still have not shared with you. Today's author was really my introduction to the world of Christian romance novels. And that author is Grace Livingston Hill. Now, a little bit about Grace Livingston Hill. She was born right after the Civil War. When she was 12 years old, her aunt, Isabella Alden, who was herself an author and who published a little paper, a Christian paper for children, took one of Grace's stories and published it. I think she told her something like, I'll do this one for you, but after this, you're going to do it yourself. Well, that launched Grace Livingston Hill. And she wrote over 100 books before her death in 1947. Now, my introduction to her, actually, I had read some Christian books, like a couple of them, but most of my reading was really just, I guess you'd call it secular love stories, romances. People would give me bags full of paperbacks because even as a young woman, I was an avid reader, and I am a romantic at heart, so I love reading romance novels. So my husband and I were living in Alexandria at the time. We were browsing around in a bookstore, and I found this book, Crimson Roses. Looked at the cover, read the blurb on the back, and it looked interesting, so I bought it. I didn't realize it was a Christian novel, but I took it home and read it. Don't worry, I paid for it first, and I was hooked. I love her stories, and now I have all of her books. Every time I found a Grace Livingston Hill book, whether it was in a bookstore, a garage sale, Goodwill, or online, I bought the books. So I have over 100 books with Grace Livingston Hill. What do I like so much about her? Her stories are wholesome. I mean, I'll admit, some of the books that I read before I got into Christian fiction, some of them got kind of racy, even steamy. And I was not really comfortable with that as a Christian woman. So when I found these, this was really refreshing, because they're wholesome, but they're also entertaining. And yeah, it was a change of pace from those steamy romances, but it was a welcome change of pace. Most of her books have a strong Christian message. And even the ones that don't have a strong message of integrity and honor in the characters. Now, her character development, and some might say, well, this is simplistic. But Grace Livingston Hill believed in those happily ever afters. With her characters, the good guys are the kind you want to cheer for them. You want to cheer for that girl who's, even though she's poor, she's standing her ground for what she believes. Or cheer for that guy who, even though women are throwing themselves at him, he's standing firm on what he believes. And then there's the bad guys. And the way that she portrayed them, when they got what was coming to them, you're like, yeah. She also had characters who, when they start at the beginning of the book, you don't like them very much. But as the book goes on and they begin to change, they become the kind of person that you say, yeah, I like this person. They're likable. They're real. So maybe that's not so simplistic after all. Now let me stop here and encourage you. If you like what you see on these shows, please subscribe to my channel, The Writing Journey. Be sure that you ring the bell so that you get notifications of future videos. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Goodreads, and my Amazon author page. When you follow me, they'll let you know on Amazon when I have a new book coming out. I had read a couple other Christian books, like I said, as I was growing up and as a young woman. But for the most part, I read mostly the secular stuff. I really didn't realize that there was a whole genre of Christian fiction out there. And that Grace Livingston Hill, actually, I guess she was kind of a leader of the pack there. She showed me, her book showed me that it's possible to have Christian fiction that is sweet, wholesome, entertaining, and has a strong gospel message to it. Grace knew how important it is for writers to practice and hone their craft. She knew how important it is to keep writing. Let's follow her example. You have a great week.